The first 23 chapters of Exodus can be briefly summarized. God's people were freed to serve him. He'd taken the initiative to deliver them from bondage. He'd redeemed them through the Passover and had broken the power of Egypt at the Red Sea, as we saw in chapters 1 to 15. The people had been expected to respond to him in an open commitment to the detailed will of God, and that's been described for us in chapters 19 to 23. The present passage, chapter 24 verses 1 to 12, describes the relationship which the Lord then entered into with his people. After we're told that the people were willing to obey the Lord in verses 3 and 4, a strange ceremony is described in verses 5 to 7. It would seem that what took place was a kinship ritual. Such rituals are still found in many parts of the world, and in them two people or groups pledge kinship to one another and accept the privileges and demands that such a relationship involves. Thus the ceremony described here proclaimed to the people that they were the children of God by grace and through their obedience. The Bible never fails to delight in this fact and emphasizes over and over again God's pity and care for his children and the freedom with which we can approach him and he us. And yet the same ceremony also declared that the people were now pledged to the Lord. He had pledged his all to them. They must pledge their all to his service. For us, God's great pledge of love is his gift of his Son at Calvary. The response we must give is to be patterned on his love. He gave everything to us, not even sparing his Son or his immortal life. We cannot do anything else but offer ourselves in sacrificial love to him. And it is such love that enables us to obey. There are things which we're sometimes called to do which we do grudgingly. We do them because we must, not because we want to. However, when we love someone, we will willingly do the same things because love makes the burden light. God's demands on his people never seem heavy when they're viewed from the foot of the cross. And if ancient Israel did not have the cross, they had the display of love in the deliverance of Egypt to motivate them. But this passage tells us one more thing. The leaders of the people who had pledged themselves to the Lord saw God. This is described in verses 9 to 11. Now John tells us in his gospel that no one has ever seen God. Just look at John chapter 1 verse 18. And the apostle Paul says that no one can see God and live. This is recorded in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 16. Nevertheless, though it was only what are described as the feet of God that were seen by the Israelites, it was a sight of great beauty and loveliness. What a contrast with the Lord who had been revealed in all his holiness in chapter 19 and verses 18 and 19. Even more remarkable was the fact that they had a meal with him. In the ancient world, no one was invited to share a meal unless they were a very close friend. However, here, we're told that the Israelites were invited to a meal with the Lord. One day we too will see the Lord, but we will see him face to face, as we're told in Revelation chapter 22 and verse 4. And we too, if we have obediently responded to the grace of God, will enjoy the bridal feast of the Lamb. Yet, if we've truly seen Jesus by faith, we have already been captivated by his beauty. He is more beautiful than 10,000, and we delight to share any moment in fellowship with him.